Now to the East Bay. Fremont is the latest Bay Area city to pass a ban on long-term RV parking on city streets. The city council voted unanimously this week to prohibit RVs from parking in any one spot for longer than 72 hours. Our Kara St. Cyr spoke to one man who says all the RV campers have been causing major problems for his business.
Eddie Benson counted 41 RVs lining the street in front of his business this month. He says the caravan has been growing for 5 years, but now the people living in them are creating dangerous conditions for staff and customers.
Those are the water cages I had to have installed. They cost me about $6,000 to prevent water theft.
Eddie says his water bill reached upward of $300 before he protected his supply with locked cages, but that wasn't enough to curb the activity near his dealership.
Just watch this.
He has surveillance video of people breaking in, lighting fires on his property, and even releasing RV sewage in his parking lot. Eddie's asked the city to intervene on multiple occasions, but he feels his complaints are falling on deaf ears.
Society needs help, but they need to help them. The laws of a society apply to everybody, not just those that can afford to play by the rules.
Tuesday, the Fremont City Council unanimously voted to impose a 72-hour parking limit on RVs and mobile camps parked on city streets. That also includes residential neighborhoods and public areas like schools and churches. Word of the ban has sparked anxiety for people living on Albray Street where Eddie works. One woman who didn't want to be shown says the ban is cruel and doesn't give people like her any options.
It's hard. I mean, it's already hard enough, and then they just want to make it harder, and I don't know. I don't agree with it.
Alan Grant walks up and down Albray often, and he has friends who live here. He says it would be difficult for people to move since most RVs aren't functional. He says the ban would make more sense if the city provided a place for people to move. Instead, he says the ban only creates a temporary fix.
Most of these don't move. It's just a few people with like cars that function and can tow things that'll tow everyone out of the area. It's a nightmare, dude. It's not good. And even like these people are living okay because they have the RVs, but once they lose them, it's gonna be bad.
Fremont does have safe parking programs that offer 5 lots for cars to park, but it's been criticized for not having room for RVs. Back at the dealership, Eddie says he has compassion for the people living on the street, but hopes that some measure will eventually stick.
It should be personal to everybody, every member of this community. This is not just some isolated group of like people in the shadows or in the corners. This is everywhere.
So the ban itself goes into effect on December 12th. RV campers that have been parked for 72 hours or more will have to vacate for at least 24 hours before returning.